Hi, English 10 students. We are in week 5. That means at the end of this week, we're halfway through the quarter, and I'm really excited to be sharing this journey with you. The question this week that I want you to think about is, are people basically good? And I believe resoundingly yes. I can give you some examples, like the guy I saw hiking up the really long hill that I drive up to get home, and he's picking up trash off the side of the road, just doing that out of the goodness of his heart. I think that shows one little tiny drop of the goodness of people. My son's 2 best friends, one of them worked for years to get accepted into a fire academy, and now he's a firefighter, and he has to deal with things because he works in LA with things like gunshot victims, and it's scary for him sometimes and gross, and yet he does it out of his love for mankind. He wants to be someone who saves others. To me, that shows the goodness. The other one's a police officer up in Seattle. He moved from San Diego to Seattle because he could get a job there, and he loves to play soccer. So he makes sure as he walks his beat or drives, I'm not sure exactly what he does, but that he gets out and plays soccer with the kids in the communities and makes a bond with them. If you go on Snapchat and look up, or isn't that what it is? Instagram, sorry. Go on Instagram, sorry, I'm old school. I'm catching on to all the new technology. Go on Instagram and look up Officer Norman. He's a police officer in the South, and he posts the cutest videos of himself engaging with the kids in the community down there that you can tell he just loves them and they love him. So anyway, I don't really need to be in this video the whole time. Let me get you a more beautiful shot without me in it. So you're going to read a story called The Possibility of Evil. And if you want to, you can just read that story and then do the close read and questions at the end. But you also have an alternative assignment to do, and that is the probability of good. And I want you to identify the 3 people in the story that are spoken of evilly by the main character, Mrs. Strangeworth. And instead of looking at the evil things she supposes to be true about each one of those people, talk about how she could have helped them and how she could have assumed the best about them. And then I want you to act in your own life in a similar way. I want you to look at the good you could be doing and act on it and tell me about those actions that you did. So it's all laid out in writing, but I wanted to just give you kind of a heads up about what's coming. If you'd rather do that instead of the close read and questions, I would love for you to do that. And then the last discussion, the online discussion about are people basically good, there's a couple videos to watch and then answer. And the thing I want you to think about is not just to give a quick answer and be done with it and write a couple of, yeah, I agree with you, but instead, look at all this beauty, all this good that has been created for us to live in. Instead, I want you to really challenge each other's perspectives. Make it more of a discussion. Try to engage each other in thought, and I love to see where your discussion takes you. So thank you for listening, and I just realized I need to ask you a question. So my question is, what's the best thing you've seen someone else do just out of the goodness of their heart? What good have you seen done out of the goodness of someone else's heart? Okay, bye-bye. See you soon.